Hey, everybody. Welcome to the update for the Pacific Northwest Hypnosis Conference. I'm Jim Kellner, and of course, this is
Anthony Gitch. Yay!
woohoo! We are, of course, the co-founders of the Pacific Northwest Hypnosis Conference, and I can't believe, dude, we're in our third year now. That's amazing.
I know I put up, I think it was just 2 days ago, I shared a memory on Facebook of when you and I met the very first time, just before the whack down of COVID, and started talking about the conference.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, here we are, 5 years later,
Yeah.
and we're doing the third one. That's what COVID did. It put it out. It's 2 years, but we're doing it. And it's going to be great this year.
Yeah.
New location. Same great hotel experience, right? We're going to be staying with the Marriott Courtyard companies, but we're moving to the South Center location, which means that we have parking on site that doesn't need to be paid for during the day,
Right.
which is nice. There is overnight paid parking, I believe. We did get hotel rooms there on site, which makes it nice. You don't have to go anywhere. There are lots and lots of restaurants around, which is why we're not including lunches this year, because we think we can make some accommodations at one of the larger restaurants nearby. So we've got some fun things planned.
Yeah, and because we're not providing lunch, there's no speaker fee this year because
Correct.
we're not going to have to collect that from you because you're going to buy your own lunch, and we've also, the price. I think it's too low, Anthony. But anyway, we're doing. Anthony's like, no, let's give them a really good deal. It's an early bird, $107 to sign up to get tickets right now.
Well,
and you're getting.
you forget, Jim, that I'm the one who holds. Well, you don't forget. I hold the purse strings, and I'm the one who gets to turn the key on when that goes away. And,
he's the one that figures out what we can afford to do and what we can't afford to do.
Right.
So he's like, we can do 107. I'm like, but that's 2 full days of learning. And how about that? Hey, Grant, good to see you, buddy. My other co-producer of Hypnosis Conferences. Tell them the exciting news about the certificates.
Oh, so one of the things we're going to be including this year are certificate of attendance, and it's going to demonstrate for each hour that you attend. Yeah, it's going to be very much like that. Well, that's a certificate of recognition. We're not doing a certificate.
This is different. This is a one that I have for it's my hypnotic badass course. But
But so it's not that.
It's not this.
But we're going to have But we're going to have. We're going to try to get you guys continuing education acknowledgement through the NGH and through these other organizations. The NGH, I think, has already agreed to accept that stuff with us. But even in the state of Washington and that sort of things for counselors, that sort of stuff, we're trying to create continuing education hours. I'm working in conjunction with the other members of the Department of Health and some committee members on the advisory board that I sit, trying to get some we sit under the same umbrella here in Washington. And so we're trying to get the conference a little bit more involved with some of these certified counselors because we feel that the hypnotic world, we know in the state that those worlds are very much intertwined as far as registrations and licensure goes. So we're trying to get these folks, we're trying to get you all intermixing and sharing each other's skills and knowledge so we can just better the whole industry in Washington state throughout.
Yeah, and so with the continuing education, we're giving you like proof of attendance. I remember when I was a massage therapist, we basically got to decide what was continuing education for us. So this could be a mind-body kind of credits for you if you wanted to go that way. If it's still the same, that's been a long time ago.
But it's changed.
There are many different. There are many different professions out there. If you're a life coach, if you're in one of the associations where you've got to get, continuing education, then you're welcome to join us and get some credit for that. So there's a lot of opportunities for continued learning. And I like what you said too, Anthony, about us kind of commingling a little bit. Let's all work together because we're all trying to do the same kind of stuff.
Well, we all sit under the same umbrella in the state. Right. And so there's a lot of people who are certified counselors who are also registered hypnotherapists. And so it's a good idea that we start to work together, start to share what is working for us. Because we all know that the small Chamber of Commerce's, the BNI groups, all of these things, they are great for small businesses. They are not necessarily great for solopreneurs We are all solopreneurs, right? When we get together, we need to network differently. We don't need to be utilizing the same kind of networking programs that those folks network with, because we all know that they don't work that well, right? So this is how we start to generate and create our own internal networking system, so we can help each other and build the industry, build trust in the communities, and start to all benefit from that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did want to point out too, what Anthony said about, we're going to be at South Center, which, if you're not familiar with the area, we're a little bit closer to Seattle this year.
A lot closer to Seattle this year.
Yeah, so it's going to be, so it's going to be, it's very much very welcoming, I think, to the people from the north end and the south end of Puget Sound. Also, if you're flying in, we have a link light rail that goes right to South Center, so you can take it.
No, we don't.
Yes, it does.
The link light rail goes to the airport. Yeah. Jim, I told you that. So what they can do from the airport, you can take a quick 10-minute cab ride to the hotel.
Anthony's crazy. I'm thinking of the future. He's thinking of right now, in the future. I'm pretty sure they say it's scheduled to go through Federal Way. Is that
right?
Before that, so
2040.
Well, the way things are going, yeah, you're right. I'm future pacing, guys. I'm future pacing.
Boy, is he!
I want it now. We were supposed to have this thing like 30 years ago, anyway.
Right.
But anyway, it's closer. It's closer for you if you're flying in. That's what I'm trying to say.
Much closer.
And you mark my words. By June 2025, that link will be going to South Center.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great? If it would go all the way to Tacoma, all the way to Olympia is ultimately, I think, the best. But
they were supposed to have this park done next to me in 8 months. It's been 3 years, and now there's just a big ass hole over here. So,
all right, well, keep those fingers crossed. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, is someday at one of these conferences you'll be able to do that. Oh, the hotel, very nice hotel. I believe it's going to be under $200. We don't have the link yet for that, but we will have that. Correct. So you're staying in a nice hotel, and like Anthony said, it literally is. We're having it in the hotel. It was very convenient last year. Just walked across the street to the convention center, but this year, boom, it's actually in the hotel.
We're good. We just decided to try to make it easier. And we knew that parking was an issue for some folks. They didn't like having to pay for parking when they were coming in.
Yep.
So I tried to take that into consideration. And so there's plenty of parking. And if you've got someone who's coming with you and they don't want to hang out for the day for whatever reason, the mall is right there. And I mean, when I say the mall, there's the South Center Mall, which is a movie theater, but there's lots of restaurants. There's the fly zone, which is the big tunnel that you can do bodysuit flying in. I think there's an indoor racetrack over there in that area. There's a lot to do if you've got someone who's coming with you, right? So it's going to be, it's just, I think it's going to be more convenient for folks. That's what the idea was. I'm excited about the people who have already applied. We've got some great local stuff coming at you folks. And we've got some great international stuff coming too, I believe. I'm excited.
Yeah. So we know Anna Margolina is going to be presenting this year. That's the only one that I can remember right offhand, but I know there were some other great ones.
Right. Well, she's definitely an in. And of course, our buddy Dan Goyette will be presenting.
Dan Goyette. Yep. Absolutely. There's Dan right there.
Kind of a person that will always be kind of attached with us. So he'll definitely be presenting this year. We don't know on what, or we're assuming that he's going to be coming out and presenting. So it's going to be an honor and a pleasure if he does, as always. Going to be another great raffle this year. Jim and I are going to be getting a lot of fun things together for that. We've been brainstorming some ideas, and I think we're going to, well, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on what I'm hoping is going to be the good one. But I'll give you a teaser. I'm working with one of the airlines. We'll just say that.
Ooh, nice. I like that. Yeah. So we're going to be accepting. We will be getting something out later on for the vendor tables. And if you're somebody who'd like to donate a raffle item to get a little more exposure for your business, include your business card with it and that kind of thing. I do want to remind everyone, Dan Goyette is our sister conference. We're very joined at the hip with that conference. He He runs the Michigan conference with Heather Carpenter, another fabulous one. In fact, if you're out on that side of the world, of the U.S., you definitely should get out there. I was just out there not that long ago. He's always a big supporter. We support him, and it's really great in the conference community to have a good friend and partner like Dan.
And Jim mentioned something, and I want you all to hold off on the vendor stuff for a while, because we're actually going to be going down to the site here in the next couple of weeks, and actually seeing how much vendor space we have. So I think it's going to be just like the tickets this year, because remember, we're in a smaller location. We wanted to make this. We're trying to inspire excellence. We're trying to build community. So we wanted to make it more intimate. It's going to be, we have the same number of rooms going, but it's just going to be a smaller, more compact kind of area. And so, we're going to be checking out how much vendor space. Everything is going to be a premium this year. In fact, that's why Jim is a little bit ranked about the prices that we're charging right now, that I think we should be charging, because we can't sell 300 tickets. Even if we wanted to, we don't have the capacity. So
I'll figure out a way.
All right.
We'll put up I have a big one of those canvas tarp things. We'll put it out
on the parking lot, right? It'll be perfect weather. So at any rate, we got limited seats. We have limited everything. We wanted to scale down because we wanted to build up. We want to really make it a quality, even more quality than it has been in the past. People have been happy with it. We want to increase that happiness, increase that loyalty, and really deliver some quality content for you folks.
Guys, I do want to share something real quick. There's a place down in South Center. South Center. They don't call it South Center anymore. What do they call it now? Call it
Westfield Plaza,
something like that. Yeah. Now I want you to see this. Now I was doing keto. I'm not necessarily. I may go off my keto plan for a bit for this, because I didn't know that such a place existed. I've always dreamed of a place like this, but here we go. A place called Potato Corner. That's right. Potato Corner, people. Potato Corner. Like a dream come true. It is like a dream come true. Now I've screwed this up. Can't get Anthony back. Where's he at? There he is. Who's excited about Potato Corner?
Yay.
All
right. So that's what we have for you folks. We want you guys to get your applications in. We're going to start making our final round decisions at the end of December. We've already got some great applicants. We've got limited spaces. There will probably only be, we'll be limited to one of your presentations this year, but we want you to send in multiples of them, because we want to have a selection, a really great selection. Mm-hmm. So, last year and the year before, we had people given, a couple presentations. We're going to try to kind of move away from that a little bit. We're going to try to have some panels involved here. So don't be surprised. We want as many people involved as possible. So even if you're interested in just being on a panel, apply and say, in the presentations, just say panel applicant, and put in there which kind of panels you would like to be on. Right. Yeah. And that way, when we get these applicants and they say, well, I want to be on this kind of a panel, well, then that's great. We can put that panel together, and that's going to make it even more interesting. Because remember, hopefully we're going to have some certified counselors in there this year, and some mental health practitioners as well outside of the industry to be learning from. So, and in fact, I think Lainey Gonzalez has applied again.
Good.
And if she has, we're definitely going to be taking her back.
Sure.
So she does the great stuff on, I believe, isn't it psychedelics that she does stuff on?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. She's amazing. At any rate, so that's what we've got for you right now.
Hey, before we go, just one quick last thing. What panels? We've got education, and what else do we have for panels?
We haven't made any decisions yet. I was going to leave it open, and I was going to let people, like I just said, let people kind of throw some ideas out there and see which kind of panels were more important to them? Is it business stuff? Is it financial management? Is it, that future retirement kind of stuff that you're looking at? Do we need to get those sorts of professionals in there? What are you guys looking for this year? We got lots of time beforehand. Jim and I have got some really amazing connections, and I think we're going to be able to really double down this year and do some amazing content for y'all.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks.